Alright, I'm answering a question about making textures. This question is about making a speed bump, which looks just like the one I made. I think this one looks better. And how to take, if you can't see, this is the materials for the or for a mesh road, and basically asking how to take that image and put it on the speed bump. Well, you have to make a material. And the first thing is to have an image. I'll just save this image since it's the one that was asked. I'll save it on the desktop. And what I use is GIMP to do my photo editing, which I prefer Photoshop, but I only like the expensive version, which I don't own. I own the cheap version. So I'll load that image in here. I'm just dragging it into it. And remember, the game, you can use a JPEG, which I'll just make this video simple. I won't talk about converting stuff in Power 2 or any of that. And we'll just basically take this image and make it which I'll just cut it, crop it rather. And Control I to select everything. I didn't just select copy. Wait a minute. I'm getting my controls confused. I'm thinking of Photoshop. Just a lot simpler. So I'll just drag this box right here and say up here. Let me get in closer. That's not close enough. I want to get a little more precise. Which you can drag these bars down and be a lot more precise where your things will lock to those, but maybe another video. So what I'm going to do is go to image, crop the selection. Alright, then that gives me this nice little, square. Now I'll go to export, all files. You may can just type it at the top. I don't know that you actually have to go down there and pick that. So I'll just say new texture .jpg. And I don't really mess with the quality. It's usually at 90 or 95, which I just leave it. Alright, so we'll close this. And we got our new image on the desktop. So where I put all my textures in my map, where I want to make something, is in the art folder, which I'll just go to this new map that's not working right, just for the reason I don't want to keep putting stuff in my other map. I got to already weed through and clean out a lot of stuff. New map, art, and wherever you want to put the stuff, it really don't matter as far as making a texture. But personally, I just stick everything in shapes, miscellaneous folder. So I'll just copy it, put it into there. I'll move it into there. And then I'll load the game level. You ever try to close the game and reload it real quick and it says this app is already running? And that's aggravating. I sometimes sit there, wait 2 or 3 minutes, and it's like, man, you Control Alt Delete, and you don't see it running in the background. It's like, man, what the deal? It only happens when you're frustrated and you close the game real fast and you want to reload it, and it does it to you. Alright, so we'll go into this new map, which it ain't gonna be a new map because I've done got irritated with it. This texturing problem with this. I think it says East Coast. but I likely deleted something in here that I shouldn't have deleted. Yeah, look at that beautiful terrain up there. Clearly it's screwed up. Don't even look like the same terrain as it did the last time I was in here. Well, kinda, it does, but it's missing all its textures. It ain't even up there where it was supposed to be. Crazy, man, this game's crazy. And this map. Anyway, we go in our editor, and if you don't already have your material editor, or it's F11 also, F11 will get you into the editor. You'll go to material editor, and you're going to have to make that texture. It's got new material, and we'll just call this new texture. Create. And then the color map will be the image that you just saved, or that you got off the internet. Shapes, miscellaneous. Which one? What was the name of? Oh, new texture. There it is. See it? So that'll be the base texture. And then you got all these other settings, and I won't even get into the PBR or normal map specular. I won't get into any of that. We'll just save it. Keep it simple. And your mesh road. And that, I have to say, that is a creative way. I never thought of making a speed bump like that. I mean, I never thought about that. But that's pretty damn creative. The way that, I don't even know that I can make it like that. If you're ever making something and you're not like following the grid, you'll see your little arrows can get turned around. It's always easier if you start something where your arrows are in a way that kind of lines up. Makes it a little easier. And once you get it how you want it, you can always move it as a whole and rotate it around. But like, you'll see a grid pop up when you're picking on these arrows, for example. Kind of helps you, you know, get lined up and stuff, depending on which one you pick. See how the grid can help you kind of line them up and stuff. And you can line world coordinates to local coordinates, depending on what it is you're doing. My problem making things with this is, it seems like sometimes the nodes get kinked up like a kink in a necklace, like that. And it's kind of frustrating to me. You can increase this break angle here by lowering the number. Maybe 0.5 is about the lowest you can go. But it also can, if you got a lot of road using that, it can. You also can add width subdivisions, which you won't see in this mode, but it'll give it more. I wouldn't go that high. It'll give it more polygons going that direction, crisscrossing in between here, like tessellating it, but you don't see them unless you're in wireframe mode. Show you visualization, wireframe mode. Like, when you increase that number, it increases the tessellation of the road. But it also makes it more performance hungry, which is default. I think it's 0. And then the break angle is how many subdivisions between each point, which is either whether a road is bumpy or smooth, which after like 0.25, you'll start falling through the track for whatever reason. It doesn't work at a certain point, but I usually just keep it at 1 or 0.5 for smoother. Yeah, see, my speed bump's ugly. Alright, but you can make one prettier than that. So I'll just put the texture on it. Now we save this material, so now we'll go to top material and we'll look for that material, which is new texture. You can start typing it and you should see it pop up there. And also keep in mind, let me get over to the side. You got the back side, which you can also put a texture on. Oh, that's the side. I'm saying the back side. You got the back side, and if your mesh is, you know, thick enough, you have a side too, which you can't do. The side, there's not an individual setting that I know of that you can adjust the side, but the top you can. You got texture length that you can adjust how much you want it to be scaled that direction, which that also applies to the bottom. But for the side, I don't think there's any setting for that. You also got other crazy things you can do, like if you're in this program and you right click on it, you say add alpha channel, and say you want to tell everything that is black to be transparent, and go into like image, where is it? No, sorry, layer transparency, and color to alpha, and pick black, or change it to black. That'll make, you see, when you see the checkerboard, that makes it transparent. Now the only thing is, you can't save a transparency as a JPEG. It's got to be a PNG file or a DDS, which, since this isn't converted to the power of 2, which I said I'm not getting into, I'll just export it as a PNG file. PNG files can have an alpha channel, which is the transparency channel, invisible channel. And I'll call it the same. I didn't send it to the right place, I don't think. Let me send it to where it's supposed to go. There we go. New texture.png. Now if you go into that material that you made and you re-update it with the new texture PNG, which I think now I got to reload the level because it's not going to show it in here. Yeah, I got to reload it now. It didn't update it like in a folder thing. I don't know, it used to do that, but not anymore. So we'll save this, we'll exit it, reload it, and then I'll be able to select that other file that I put in there, and I'll show you how to do it, make parts of it transparent. Where is it? Been looking at the screen too long. Far Cry 6 needs to come out. We'll take a break. I think it comes out 2 days. Far Cry 6. Oh, you see how this twinkles? You see that twinkling? That's some problem JPEGs have. When I make my videos, I say enable mip mapping when I do anything that I'm making into a picture for a texture, and I say that part about, yes, enable mip maps. That's what mip maps fix. Mip mapping allows an image to scale depending on its size, as long as it's a DDS file at the power of 2. The power of 2 allows it to evenly divide or multiply depending on its size, and it will eliminate that twinkling that you see there, that noise. It was something that baffled me when I made levels. I had no idea what was causing it. on my terrain paints, and then later realized it because I was using JPEGs for everything. But DDSs I'll get into another time. So let's change this to new texture, PNG. I don't see it. I stuck it in the wrong damn folder. I put it in my Ukraine map. Yep, it's got to go in the right folder. That matters. Maybe it will pop up. Hey, it did. Oh well, cool. Didn't have to reload it. Alright, so this is the new PNG. The only thing you do to make it transparent now, I go to advanced and you tell it alpha clip. It didn't update it. Let's try this again. Let's make a new material. New material 2. Alright, now let's pick this PNG. Oh, that's a damn odd. Well, I must have did something wrong. That should be invisible. Huh. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Yeah, it's not showing me the transparency for some reason. Which it's transparent. Export as. I don't know. I'm gonna pick the damn PNG in here like I usually do. I have a feeling it still saved it as a JPEG. I don't get it. I don't know. It might be this damn map. So I'll eliminate that damn theory right now. I'll export this thing to my map. And that map's just got issues. I can't explain it. Look at all that crap going on in the background. Those are all errors. Yeah, see this I ain't gonna say I'm gonna be nice. I'm just gonna get out of this level and never return to it. Just delete the folder. Alright, so we're in the level. We're gonna make another real quick mesh road. Mesh road editor. Or you can also use a texture on a decal. It ain't gotta be a mesh road. We'll make a little speed bump looking kind of thing. Yeah, crazy looking speed bump. That ain't even a speed bump, but I'll make that material. New material 12. I don't know. There's probably already a new material name in there. I might have done made that in another video. Levels. Ukraine art shapes miscellaneous. There it is, new texture. And I can already see it's the wrong thing. I can already see transparency works. Something with that other level screwed up. So what you do is you go to alpha clip and turn on alpha clip, and as you slide it, it'll start erasing the part that, in this case I said black be transparent, and you can see it start to erase. But you don't want to erase too much, just enough that it doesn't look, fuzzy, and not so much that it cuts into your image. So we'll do that. You can tell it to be double-sided, then you'll see the bottom. Save, and then you'll pick the material for this, which is what you would new material 12. I'll just put in the number 12. I should see it pop up. There it is, and you can see through it. But the bottom, you have to also have to tell it the same thing. Same material. Now you can see the bottom, you can see the top one because I told the top. Now if you take off double-sided, you'll only see one side. And then in the side material, you can tell it to be same thing if you wanted to, or something else. Or you could just look for one that's transparent, glass transparent, not even have something on the side. It's up to you what you do with that. I'll give it the same one on the side. And you can see it on the side there, barely. The road's not thick enough, but you can see it. Alright, hit Control A and pick all the nodes and adjust the node width. If I want to tell it to be a different thickness, which that looks fine like that, I think. And you got this crazy looking speed bump here. But you don't have to make it transparent. That's just another option. I'd say, something else you can do with it if you wanted to. Now I thought that, like in additional info, you could give it a ground model and tell it to be like dirt, loose, dusty, and that texture will behave like that. But it's like hit and miss when it works. Like, don't always work, it seems like, on mesh roads. I don't know what the deal is with it, but remember, when you make your mesh road, rebuild collision so that it will function. The mesh road. See, it's still acting like asphalt. It's not acting like a damn dirt road dusty. See, I don't even know why that's in there. It doesn't seem to work. Yep. That's that.